y enséñame ese pasito que no sé, un besito bien suavecito, bebé.
Relevant talk, information, and great music. This is Community Media, KPFT.
Hi, I'm Boyd Bluestein from the Great Wide Open, and you're listening to KPFT Houston.
Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Firm. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas obtain parole and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. For more information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthis, you can find it at the website, parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
Listeners should be aware that the following program contains language and audio images which may be found disturbing and may not be suitable for your snotty-nosed little brat who probably cusses like a sailor behind your back anyway. Parental discretion is advised.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you at visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak. And Billy's loving high school. He's out there blocking pro JV. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you give a list. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know.
It's time to holler down the pipe chase and rattle them bars, because we're going to do a prison show for you right here at beautiful old, historic old, exciting new KPFT Houston, from the heart of Montrose, where we all hope tomorrow will be a better day.
I can see your freedom, I will hold you once more. The man with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember, David's always gonna be here. You're never so alone. This thing's my love. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. Prison radio.
And welcome to the Prison Show. Tonight is Friday, May the 2nd. We're in May. You know what Sunday is? Sunday is May the 4th be with you. Ha. Yeah, I know. Gotta get that in. So tonight, David's back, and he brought his lovely wife, Dee Dee, and Leslie's here. I'm here, but Linda is absent tonight, but I think she's going to be calling in for our segment. But David is back from surgery.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about that, but I'm here. We made it. It was a rough road, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I think Leslie probably had a worse time than we did. At least Dee Dee and I are in a big old truck. So it's raining, it's flooding. It's quite the adventure. But, hey, we made it.
Yeah, we're here. You see how dedicated we are. We are so dedicated. Leslie's looking at, we are so dedicated that we're not sure who.
Reminds me of Moby's song, I'm Your Mailman.
Yeah, good one. So we are so dedicated to bring you news that
you can use?
You can use, yes. We don't know if it's Edovo or if it's TDC or what, but they have now removed our execution watch, execution protest, anything, all those videos. I think there was Stephen Nelson, his execution protests, Richard Tabler, Both of those had an execution watch. And
Even Allie's.
Yeah. Allie's? Oh, you put hers on too?
I submitted it, but it didn't make it to.
It didn't make
get uploaded.
Okay. So we attempted to use death penalty action. They were out there for Moses Mendoza's execution. So they denied, they pulled. Possibly it had something to do with, that would be me. It's me. Filming the officers.
Yeah, one of the rules that they actually gave us a little link to said that we couldn't have officers in the videos or something like that. And so there were officers at several of the protests because they stand out by the barricades.
Yeah.
And then I guess OIG was talking to Gloria last week. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
There was the spoken word between us and OIG, Joy and I, Gloria, and then Gloria again. So,
but nothing bad was said. It's just the fact that they were there.
Yeah. And, I mean, there was one guy was very red-faced. He was, I think, yeah. Well, anyway, so the execution protest got pulled, and so did Execution Watch. So we're sorry about that, and the new ones will not be approved to be put on. So,
but we will. We'll still be here.
We'll still be here, of course, naturally. So tonight, David has lined up a great show. Fantastic show. Dr. Amite, she's president and founder at Texas Prisons Community Advocates. She is calling in or is on the phone. Marci Marie, everyone knows Marci, right? She is the Prison Show Women's Unit reporter. She's a social media influencer, director of community engagement at Lioness Justice Impacted Women's Alliance. She's got everything going on. Then, of course, Linda and I, Linda will be calling in. We are the Texas Death Row Angels, and we will be having our segment tonight. But first, let's get to Dr. Amite on line 1.
Dani?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, wonderful. Well, good to be back on the show tonight. I guess I will start talking fast. I know everybody wants to know what's going on with some of these bills, particularly the air conditioning bill, so I think I'm going to start there. The good news is that Representative Canales' bill, which is HB 3006, did pass through House committee. So the House Corrections Committee. So that's the good news. And I want the folks inside to know that the attorneys, 2 of the attorneys from Colorado, came all the way down to Texas. We were really hoping for them to give expert testimony. Unfortunately, the chair just didn't allow that for that hearing, but they literally came all the way down from Colorado to do a 2-minute testimony. Because that's all we're allowed to speak now in the Corrections Committee. And I just wanted to reiterate that, they are truly dedicated to this issue and, of course, are working on filing more paperwork for Judge Pittman, because Judge Pittman clearly stated that this is a violation of the 8th Amendment rights and is expecting us to come back with a request for permanent air conditioning, and we're on an expedited schedule for that. So, of course, we're trying to work both sides of the coin right now. What happens next with Representative Canales' bill? Their office wants me to let everybody know inside that they are definitely paying attention to what's happening with the situation, and they are looking at amending the current bill, because I've got a lot of questions from folks about that. The way that bill is structured is 3 different phases with about $100 million each. Well, during the corrections hearing, Collier stated that it's going to be $1.3 billion to finish outfitting the system.
Hello? Oh, we lost. What's going on? I guess we lost Dr. Amite.
Yeah, she was trying to hang up line 2, and I was telling her how to hit all 3 buttons, and I don't know how she hit Amite also. So.
You know, David, I think you're the common denominator.
Yeah, it's all my fault, especially tonight. It's my fault.
Okay, sorry about that. Give me one.
She's right back home.
Oh, okay, you see, she's right back. She's right back. So, there she goes. Sorry about that, Dr.
Hey. It might have been my phone. Who knows? We got all these storms going on, right?
Yes.
So, so at any rate, I wanted to continue mentioning that bill. So we know that the numbers within the bill are a bit low. That's why we want to see an amendment. However, going back to what I was saying earlier about the history of this bill, the first time we ever filed this bill, the fiscal tag was $1.2 billion. The next time it was 1.1. So I'm not sure how we're getting to 1.3, but I think one of the ways that they're actually trying to do that is if you look at the documents that the folks inside can't see, but the folks outside, you guys have seen them because I've posted them out on social media. It's interesting to note that in part of their estimate, they're asking for a maximum security facility capacity expansion as part of that, and opening a facility in Post, Texas. So for the folks, and I've, been sounding the alarm for years saying they're going to expand, and it's right there in black and white that they are. What TDCJ presented puts them on a schedule to have air conditioning in all the units, including their expansion ones by 2031. Canales' bill says 2032. We're still looking at different ways to eke out more money. TDCJ has asked for $118.2 million. We are, of course, working with, Appropriations Committee, and with, Corrections Committee to see if we can push that envelope along. Unfortunately, the other bills concerning AC have not received a hearing, and we're at that point in session where if we're not getting committee hearings either this week or might be able to eke by on the following week, then bills will start be considering dead because they won't be able to make it through both chambers. However, right now, with Canales' bill, we're waiting for an announcement to go to the floor. Once it's voted on the House floor, then it starts the process all over in the Senate. And we all know, of course, that's where the bills go to die, in the Senate. So it's just really important to keep pushing to get our politicians to pay attention to this. And I think I've got just a few minutes left. So really quickly, Sunset Bill, one of the things I want to comment about that is that's a crossover with compassionate release. We also are working with Senator Cook's office on their compassionate release bill. That hasn't moved anywhere. However, we have gotten some of the language in for compassionate release into the Sunset Bill. So we're waiting to find out what happens with that. One of the things I want to mention to the folks inside, because we get a lot of questions about compassionate release. The way things are stated right now, if you have certain convictions, you're not eligible. What we're trying to do is get rid of what I call those gatekeepers so that anybody would be eligible based on their physical circumstances as opposed to their conviction. Their conviction should have absolutely nothing to do with this. Solitary confinement, we heard from Representative Vinton, and that bill has been reported favorably. That's a steady bill. However, we've got several bills. We've got to give it up for Rep. Meza this session, several bills to help the folks inside, medical and solitary confinement. Unfortunately, none of those bills have received any hearings at this point. A veterans bill that we've been working on with Rep. Garcia, Josie Garcia, which is HB 5639. That one was reported favorably, and that's specifically for our incarcerated veterans, so that to put into law that they have to have specific housing. So that's just kind of the short version of that. So those are some of the highlights that I wanted to mention regarding what's happening in session. And other than that, I can just say this is a really weird session. Oh, independent oversight. Got to mention that. Working with Tip on that. I think Sharon's on tonight too, right?
No, she's not on tonight.
Oh, I thought she was. Yeah, we've been trying to work together to get some traction with that, and we just haven't been able to get much traction. So that one doesn't look like it's going to go too far at all. But the way we, look at this as we start the conversation, at the Capitol, prison condition issues are just not looked at favorably, and it's just so important for all of our family members and just everybody to reach out to these legislators and let them know, no, this is an important issue. And we think it's important and we need you to do something about it. And yeah, it's just been a weird session overall. TPCA in general, Brittany wants me to mention something for the folks inside. We know about those 15-day lockdowns. It's been brought to the attention of the Ombudsman's office and Director Townsend, what's taking place. She's asked for, can we get a plan? Can we get an understanding of how this is going to work? Because people are being unduly punished, and we're just not getting a response yet. So she wanted me to make sure that I let the folks inside know who've been asking about what's going on, to let them know that's happening. And then, of course, to continue filing those grievances, especially about the heat, folks. We need those things to push those bills forward, to get individuals in public to realize what's really happening. So please continue to do that. And also the letter that's going around asking people to give up their cool beds, that's coercion. I'm just going to state it plainly out there. Don't sign that. They know what they're doing. And it's really important for folks to take that stand and say, no, you need to keep me in air conditioned, in an air conditioned place. But we hear you. We hear the folks inside with the letters talking about what those conditions mean. And we definitely get it. But out here, you know, that's essentially what we continue to deal with. So just a few of those updates. If I have a minute left, also a bit concerned about what's taking place on the federal level for PREA. The current administration has gotten rid of the Department of PREA, and we don't know what that's going to look like for those of us who are advocating for folks in the inside as to their, PREA rights. Again, the rights they have that fall under that. So we're really concerned about what's going to take place with that, but have not quite got an answer on that. Also, just trying to get those I-60s and grievance forms on the tablet. We asked, and it still hasn't been done. And really feel like that is something that really needs to happen yesterday. That it's well overdue.
Dr. Mee, you have a few minutes left, but I wanted to piggyback on what you were saying about that they were planning on the extra bunks in the 12 building on stiles. They have welded additional bunks in each of those cells, and they've already moved. It went from a 500-man building to now there's over 1,000 crammed in there. It's some of these men haven't had a cellie in and now all of a sudden they put all these men in there, and then they went on lockdown. Right.
And they're doing it across the system. Yeah. And what the statement that was made during hearing from Director Collier was they needed the space. And so they're converting some of those solitary confinement cells, your typical one-man cells, into two-person cells because the system is expanding. We're over 136,000 individuals incarcerated right now. We know that pre-COVID, we averaged about 145. So those numbers are rising. However, staffing numbers continue to be low and dropping. And since they can't staff certain units in certain areas, they're pivoting in this direction.
But at the board meeting, they were saying that the Stiles unit and, if I remember correctly, the Allred unit were they were reducing the number of incarcerated. But I know quite a few people at Stiles, and that's not happening. They're increasing.
I'm looking at my numbers across the board because I look at which units have AC and which don't. One of the things I noticed this year while I was looking at that is some of the units that even had full AC, suddenly they had higher capacity numbers. 20 here, 40 here. So they're definitely making adjustments because they're expecting an influx. Our legislators are currently passing more punitive bills, which means we are going to incarcerate more individuals. They are going to need the room. And this has been happening for years. It's little droplets of these conversations happen either at the board meeting or at your legislative hearings, and it's just been allowed to continue. And I know I've probably got 1 minute left, so how do they reach us? P.O. Box 1974, Fulton, Texas, 78358. Once again, P.O. Box 1974, Fulton, Texas, 78358. We're trying to get, more carceral mediators on board with, we've got to train them. They've got to know what they're doing because we don't want them giving folks inside the wrong information. So hopefully we'll get back into the swing of responding more to mail. However, if you're mailing us, definitely know that these things are being communicated. They're being communicated to the powers that be so that we can bring about change.
Well, we appreciate you very much, and we look forward to your next report, hopefully with good news.
I hope so. I hope so. And I've got to do at least one shout out to Billy Sims.
Oh, that just tickled me. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dr. Amite. Appreciate you.
Good. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for all the work you do. And for the folks inside, we know the heat's going. Stay hydrated, file those grievances, and take care of yourself.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thanks. God bless. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Now let's get to Marci Marie, the social media influencer. Hi, Marci.
Hey, y'all. How's it going?
We're all wet. It's raining really hard over here.
Yeah, I hope everybody's staying safe. It's clear. I'm in the Dallas area, and it turned into a really beautiful night, but we had big storms earlier, so hopefully it will just pass through and everybody stays safe down there.
Yeah, we're keeping our fingers crossed for when we leave. So, what do you have for us tonight? Hopefully some good news. Give us some good news.
Okay, I'll start with the good news. Well, first I'll start with I'm going to talk about what's happening in Marlin, and my friend is here with me, my fellow lioness, and she's going to hop on when we're talking about Marlin. So that's good news that we have her, but it's also good news that there's a piece of legislation that's it's Senate Bill 1080, and it has a companion House Bill 3673 that would make it easier for people with criminal records to get licensed to work. Basically, it says that if someone applies for an occupational license, so we're talking about barbers, plumbers, or other skilled workers, and they qualify in every other way, then the state must either give them the license or issue like a provisional license that lasts for 6 months. It would be basically kind of like a probation type period. But what's really important about this new bill is that it will allow people that are still incarcerated in TDCJ to receive that provisional license starting the day they get out. You could take your class inside and step out of that gate licensed and ready to get work. So that's really exciting. That means like license in hand, ready to work immediately. Obviously, we know employment's like one of the biggest barriers, and this bill, like, it removes an obstacle. So the good news is that the Senate bill, their committee passed it. It passed the Senate, it passed the House, and it's in calendars. So we're very hopeful that bill will go ahead and pass and end up on the governor's desk for him to sign. It's looking really, really good.
Good. So
that's really
great
exciting.
News. Yeah.
Yeah, there's several bills that the Texas Parole Working Group that we as a team have been fighting against because there was kind of some yucky things about adding just some stuff that we didn't want to see happening. And some of those have been moving, but just everybody on the inside know that we are like meeting several times a week. We're having these work meetings where we're spending like 2 hours on Zoom, and we're emailing and we're calling legislators and really trying to break it down why some of these, nobody needs additional years added to their, like, we don't need 5-year set-offs all the way around in this kind of craziness. We don't need all of that. That's not what makes our communities safer. So we're fighting for that. One more piece of legislative update, because I was so glad that Dr. Dominick was on here to talk about the AC bill. So one more piece is that we do have a bill that is regarding the way that incarcerated women are strip searched, mainly when they're like accessing programming. So y'all on the inside know how it is when you have to go to college and we're all standing in that group in the bathroom, like these massive group strip searches trying to access programming, or these group strip searches coming in from Host Squad. Like they're particularly degrading and demeaning. So this bill would make it where the agency would only be allowed to do big group strip searches like that in the event of an emergency, not as day-to-day operations. And I think that that bill would just offer the women a bit more dignity. Now, I don't know. They did hear it in the House committee. I don't know. I don't know how it'll go. We had several members show up and testify. They left it pending, which means they're going to vote on it later. It is kind of late in session. But even if this is laying groundwork for next session, just know that everybody on the inside, y'all's letters and what y'all are telling us, and then folks that have been through it with lived experiences, like your voices were heard in that Capitol building in Austin, because we certainly did tell the stories and told the legislators exactly how that works. So I'm going to be filming soon.
Oh.
I interviewed 20 women that have had babies in the Texas prison system, and I wrote a script. It's a collective narrative. And I need a young male actor. So hold on to my address if you are interested in auditioning for that role. We'll be filming in the Dallas area. And then we had several great events since I've talked to y'all last. We've been busy. We had a second chance event, and it was like groups all across the state got together, and then we came together virtually on Zoom. So it was really cool just talking about what second chances mean to us and what we have done with our second chances. It was really beautiful. We met in my backyard at the pool, the folks in the DFW area, so that was fun.
Sounds like fun.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, y'all, the Texas Defender Service has added their parole section to their website, and that website is texasdefender.org. And then click on the parole link, and they have added so many resources for y'all. I'm so excited for family members or friends of that have loved ones inside. This gives you so much. It's a valuable resource. So make sure y'all check that out. Okay, let's get to the nitty gritty.
Yes, get there.
Yeah, we all, Texas knows that the city of Marlin has water issues. It's a city issue. There are about 2,500 women, incarcerated women, housed in 2 different prisons in Marlin. The Hobby Unit is the bigger one. The water has been off in the smaller unit, I believe, since Monday. Now, I'll tell y'all, it's conflicting stories, because the city's telling me since Tuesday. The warden's telling me that Hobby only lost water yesterday, but our letters from the inside are saying several days. And so we all know how those conflicting stories go. I want to talk about the conversation I had with Warden England and with the city of Marlin, the letters that we're getting, but I want to introduce Destiny Villarreal. Destiny, are you on the line?
Yes, I'm on the line.
Great. Destiny is our lead organizer for Lioness Justice Impacted Women's Alliance. She's the lead organizer in Bexar County, and she also was incarcerated for how many years, Destiny?
25 years.
Yeah, she did 25, and she spent a lot of those years on the hobby unit. So she has firsthand experience with how this looks. Now, hobby unit is mostly cell block housing. So it's like 2-man cells with one toilet. What we're hearing, y'all, is that they're not flushing the toilets. There's no porta potties. What that looked for me, and y'all on the inside, y'all know this story. You know, I'm not telling y'all something you don't know, but for those listening in the free world, I mean, that's like we used the bathroom in chip bags type deal to survive. So I called the unit first, and I talked to the lady who just answers the phone on the unit at Hobby, and she kind of suggested that incarcerated folks, I don't think she realized really who she was talking to.
Probably not.
She suggested that they exaggerated, you know, and that they were kind of, in fact, she said if they would just not lie to their families, and so I kind of had to take a deep breath. But Destiny, can you just tell us some of your experiences with the hobby unit and what that looks like?
So yeah, one of the things that I experienced while being incarcerated over at the hobby unit, I do know that a lot of the times that we spare our family the gory details about being in there, about pooping in the bag and throwing out the window because they don't come around and allow us to use the bathroom or even shower. And a lot of times they say that there's mobile showers, but they don't allow us to shower. Only the kitchen workers are allowed to shower. So we're stuck in the cell almost 24 hours a day if you're G4 or G5 custody level. And that's one of the most horrific things in there. So you're in there with the toxins of using your own defecating and all that, even urinating in there, and they don't come around to allow you to use the bathroom. So it's very horrific, and a lot of times we don't want to tell our family because we don't want them to know exactly what it is that we're going through while we're incarcerated in there because we don't want them to worry. But we do know that when there's no water going on in Martin, the officers don't do what they're supposed to do. They say that it's a right, and even the word in England, I get it, that they're doing what they say that they're supposed to be doing, but the officers don't do what they're supposed to do. They don't go around and allow everybody to use the bathroom when they're supposed to be using the bathroom. So people are stuck in the cells with all those toxic fumes and everything else. One of the things that I can only suggest for those that are still incarcerated is to be honest with your family and tell them exactly what it is going on. And if you're on the outside, ask the questions that are necessary. What is it that's going on with my family member or the people that are incarcerated while they're still in there? Be honest, right? Because these are the things that they need to know. There's no shame in it. Like I was stuck there for almost more than 10 years. Last time I was there, we did not have no water. We used the snow to be able to flush the toilets and everything else. And they did not come around to allow us to use the bathroom. So people were pooping in the bag and throwing it out the window. Now, how inhumane is that? Don't be ashamed of what is going on in there. Be honest and tell them so that the necessary steps that need to happen are being addressed, right? Like, we're already incarcerated, but how much more do we have to be punished while being there? That is very inhumane. And a lot of people don't know what's going on in there is because we don't tell them the exact details that's going on there because we are ashamed of the lifestyle that we're having to live in there, or even the inhumane lifestyle that we're having to live. We don't want to worry our parents and our family members. So don't be afraid to speak out and speak up. It's okay to do that. It's okay to speak up. And sometimes we have to bust the system in order to bring some change in there. Resistance is okay, but not in a negative manner, but in the manner that it's going to change something to where everybody is being affected holistically rather than just one person individually. That matters.
Destiny, thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you for being very open and honest and vulnerable and telling us exactly how it is when the water's off. And we know the men are dealing with this too when they have water issues, you know. So the city of Marlin they are reaching out to the state on a state level. They have admittedly said that they do not have the resources to really maintain their water there. The infrastructure is just old. It requires funding that they don't have. So the city said, ask the governor. They suggested that we write the governor. And that's to fix the citywide problem. To fix the units. So the units, because they are state facilities, they have a little more resources probably than the average citizen living in Marlin, the prisons. Now, not the incarcerated folks, because we know that they are the officers. We know how that works, right? So I did talk to the warden. I talked to Warden England today. She said that their plan of action is that they have 2 teams of incarcerated women running water to flush the toilets, like to force flush, like basically taking buckets of water door to door. And that is supposed to be happening. I talked to her at 10 a.m. That is supposed to be happening 24/7. There's a team for 1 and 2 building, which is like G4 and G5, and then there's a team for buildings 3, 4, and 5. Okay. She also said there was a shower trailer there with 16 showers. Everyone was going to get a shower. She's telling me the right things. There's 2 tanker trucks with fresh water. Everyone has access to fresh water. We know that that's not exactly. Maybe that's their plan. And I'm not saying, it's whatever. Now, Warden England, I'm not calling you a liar, but what I'm saying is, your plan has not trickled down all the way, because already today we're hearing from family members are contacting me, incarcerated folks are contacting me. They haven't flushed. I have one that came in at 4 p.m. today saying they haven't flushed our toilets since yesterday. I have another one saying, like, please help. We need help here at Hobby. There's no water again. We're in our cells with nasty toilets. This came in at 8 o'clock tonight. These are recent. And so I'm going to be following up with them again tomorrow, because we were told that. Warden England said to call her back if we're hearing different. But it's the implementation, right? So we understand things happen with the water. Things happen out here with people's water. But when someone is under complete, they are completely relying on the staff in those prisons to make sure that they're safe. And the staff they have to step it up. When it comes to these times.
Marci, a little over a year ago, I think about a year and a half ago, I called because we were getting complaints here at the prison show about the water over there, and I was told almost exactly verbatim what you're saying.
Yes,
and that was,
I'm not surprised.
That was a year and a half ago, and I don't know I can't remember the warden's name that I spoke with, but it was the head warden back then. I don't know if it was England back then, but it was a woman that I spoke with. And it's surprisingly, verbatim. Exactly. So it's taken a while a long time for her to get those tanker trucks, and because as much as the water is an issue at that unit, they should have those on standby. Everything.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. And you're right. It is the same old. It's the same old song and dance. And of course, they're going to tell us what we want to hear. And I'm just gonna say, and I'll say this on behalf of myself personally, is, it's just almost like nobody gives a shit in there, and it's not right. Like nobody cares, and it's not right. But I need for the folks on the inside to know that we care, and we're out here working, and we're out here. We're going to stay on it, and we're going to stay on it and stay on it. And I'm in the, even there's lots of family members that are staying on it. I'm in all of these Facebook groups, and they're talking about it, and they're making phone calls, and it's not just going to slide, is what we're saying. and just to say, like Destiny pointed out, there's no shame. Like, we know what it is, and we love you, and you are not less than a person because you're being housed like that right now.
Absolutely not. No. And definitely reach out to people, reach out to us, reach out to you. You know, we're here to help. We will definitely. And have you brought this up to the board before?
So we have brought it up to the board before, but not this last board meeting. But we do have a contact there. Our executive director, Jennifer Toon, is in constant contact with a couple of the board members, and so she may need to email. We did talk to the Regional 6 executive director, Miss Crosby. I forgot her first name, but she told our executive director, hey, call me first if there's a problem. And I called her office today, and they wouldn't talk to me. The secretary wouldn't even talk to me. So I spoke to whoever answered the phone, and she, kind of gave me the same stories.
The same. How about Townsend? I know, Dr. Dominick had mentioned that Townsend is not getting, and he's not. He swore to me at the board meeting that he was going to get back with us, and on certain issues, he hasn't gotten back with me. He hasn't gotten back with Brittany. So, but you could try him.
Yes, it is worth a try. Also, the senator and the House rep for that area in that city, they're responsible for that too. So, we've that's an option too, is to ask them why they're not taking care of their folks, and are they aware of exactly what it looks like? And really, if one of them would just somebody needs to walk around, unannounced.
Take a tour. Yes.
Yeah.
Unannounced.
Yeah, 100%.
So, Marci, how do people get a hold of you?
So people can get a hold of me or Destiny, and Destiny, she's only been home about a year, so I'm sure some of y'all inside remember her. You can write us at the Lioness address. It is 111. Oh, wait, that's not it. I don't know why it said that. It is P.O. Box 12051, and that's in Austin, Texas, 78711.
Well, I appreciate you being on, appreciate all the information everyone does. Thank you so much, Marci, and thank you so much, Destiny.
Thank y'all for y'all's work. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Y'all too. Bye.
Bye. All right. Now it's time for the Death Row Angels, and I do see that my partner in crime, Linda, has called in. She's on the line, so let's get this going. Good evening, everyone on Texas Death Row, and everyone else listening, and we do mean everyone, because now you can listen. And I need to say this again. Linda and I, when we started our first segment way back in 2017, we would say we are not attorneys, and we are not. So just know that what we're reading is just coming directly from any filing or ruling. So Moses Mendoza was executed and pronounced dead at 6:40 p.m. on April the 23rd. His last words were, "To Mark, Pam, Austin, Uncle Troy, and Jose, I'm sorry for having robbed you of Rachel's life. To Avery, who I know is not here, I robbed you of a mother. I'm sorry for that. I know nothing that I could ever say or do would ever make up for that. I want you to know I am sincere. I apologize. Thank you for being here today. To all my loved ones, I love you. I am with you. I'm well and at peace. You know that I'm well, and everything is love." Then he spoke in Spanish. "Don't kill them with kindness. Heal them with kindness and love. Always love, love, love." Thank you, Warden. So right now, Currently, there is one scheduled execution in Texas, 9 total for the United States, according to the Death Penalty Information Center. There have been 15 executions in the United States this year, with 3 in Texas. In the 2 weeks since Linda and I were last on, there have been 4 executions. Like my friend Leroy says, he started, and T added, no voice is too small, so pick up the phone and make that call to the AG, the governor, state reps, and all. Be for us, that soldier standing on the wall, dedicated to duty, never dropping the ball. Remember to call, everyone. Death Penalty Action also has some petitions on their website, deathpenaltyaction.org. Like I said, the next... Texas has 1 execution scheduled, Matthew Johnson, who is scheduled for May the 20th and is out of Dallas County. And even though Mayo is gone, I will continue to use his words in his honor. So here's the news you can use. David Wood, you were distributed for conference at the Supreme Court on April the 17th. However, it was not heard. A new conference date has not been set yet. Bartholomew Granger, on April the 30th, the Supreme Court set your conference date as May the 15th. Cedric Ricks, on April the 15th, you filed your petition at the Supreme Court. Obel Cruz Garcia, you've requested an extension to file your petition at the Supreme Court until June the 6th. Roderick Harris, on April the 21st, you filed a response to the state's opposition. Then on April the 22nd, your motion was denied at the Fifth Circuit. Irving Davis, on April the 23rd, you filed a corrected motion for a COA at the Fifth Circuit with brief in support. Then on April the 30th, the state filed its opposition. Anthony Francois, on April the 23rd, the state filed an opposition to your motion to seal the budget at the district court. Richard Vasquez, on April the 24th, you filed an unopposed motion to extend time to file, and this was granted at the Fifth Circuit. Matthew Johnson, on April the 28th, your motion for leave to file at the CCA was denied. Gerald Marshall, on April the 29th, you filed an opposed motion for reconsideration at the district court. Gabriel Hall, on April the 29th, you filed an unopposed motion for extension of time to file amended petition at the district court. Rudy Medrano, on April the 29th, the state filed an answer to your complaint at the district court. Franklin Davis, on April 29th, your motion for an extension of time to file objections to order was granted. Kimberly Cargill, on April the 30th, you filed a motion to alter judgment at the district court. Rodney Reed, on May the 1st, the Fifth Circuit concluded that you have not pleaded a plausible due process violation, and they affirmed the district court's dismissal of your DNA claim. Robert Will, on May the 2nd, you filed an unopposed motion for entry of protective order at the district court. Now, Linda, are you there?
I'm here.
You are here. And you have, what do you have? You have birthdays.
I've got birthdays. Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Okay, happy birthday to these guys. Pete Russell Jr., May 2nd. Naeem Mohammed, May 3rd. Felix Rocha, May 7th. Ramiro Ibarra.
Oh, I think she got hung up on.
Hello?
Can you hold on for 1 second?
Hello?
Ooh, it's going to be... You see, I personally think it's David, because we had no issues last week.
I'm not doing it. I was looking at Dee Dee. She's over there answering phones. Dee Dee's helping me with my leg. My leg is hurting on the little stool.
And you're, okay, so you're...
Okay, so Linda got cut off. There's Linda on line 5. Go ahead and throw her on.
Go ahead and put Linda on.
Okay, Linda, you there?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
It's It's the gremlins, the phone gremlins. Personally, I think
The weather's very bad here, so it's probably the stupid Wi-Fi.
no. I think it was David. But go ahead.
David.
David's facing the opposite way. That's all. I wasn't there to help her. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
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 Start over with the birthdays, Linda.
Okay. Pete Russell Jr., May 2nd. Naeem Muhammad, May 3rd. Felix Rocha, May 7th. Ramiro Ibarra, May 10th. Brandon McCall, May 10th. Arturo Aranda, May 12th. Demetrius Smith, May 13th. Rodolfo Madrana, May 14th. William Owens Sr., May 23rd. Got you in there, William. Just Quinter Jackson, May 24th. Jerry Elders, May 26th. Mark Robertson, May 28th. And Philo Valdez, May 30th.
And what do we call Philo? We call him effing Philo.
That's right. And you know why, Philo.
Yeah, troublemaker Philo Fidencio Valdez.
That's right.
And I'm not clapping for you because you caused too much trouble, but I'm clapping for everyone else. Yay, happy birthday. And
I know.
Do you have a poem, Linda?
No, I didn't get one together tonight. Nobody's really sent me any new ones, so I didn't know if y'all want me to read old ones or not. So.
Okay, so that's a cue. Y'all need to send some poems in for Linda. So yes. So, and other people enjoy hearing your poems too. So yeah, y'all send them in. Definitely send them in. And Linda, did you hear that the execution watch and the execution protests were taken off the tablets?
I saw that. I saw what David sent, and I thought that's pretty rotten because that is a learning experience for people to see what goes on and why TDCJ treats us like they do.
Absolutely, and I'm pointing the finger at you, Linda, because you were up in their face, shaking your. I'm kidding.
No, I was scared to death when I got there that night, and I saw him take those handcuffs off. I thought, I have never been arrested. I do not want to go to jail. And then this guy that was in a truck next to us, he said, and it was Trump's fault. And that Trump ordered this, and I'm like, oh my God, get me out of here, So I told my husband, back up, let's go back and park somewhere different, And I didn't want anybody to even know I was there.
And then we roll up, and I'm like,
I know.
Bring it on, let's do this. See, I found out that we have a friend who has bail money for us.
Oh. Well, I know when I called you, I was scared because I thought, Danny, you're going to get here, and I know Gloria's going to cause a real scene when she gets here. So I wanted to warn y'all that, if anybody wants to go to jail, tonight's going to be the night. because, and I'll get y'all out. I know how to post bail. I know how to do that.
Oh, hell. You didn't, I would, no, I'm kidding. I've already been there, done that. I don't like that. It's very dirty. It's very dirty in there. I'm not fond of it.
In the jail, I can imagine. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to jail.
No, it's not the. We tend to frequent more festive occasions than being in jail. But you know what? We were protesting for a good cause, and now they feel that. We overstepped, and maybe they took it off the tablets because we went to the board meeting and, brought it up to everyone that they made us get on that tiny piece of ground over in the corner. But who knows?
So what does execution watch? What are they saying? I haven't got to talk to anybody.
They took them off too, so I'm not sure what Marlo. What she's saying, but I mean, I guess they don't want, cause you pretty much, they don't want any of the officers or the OIG filmed. unless they're
No.
unless they give their approval. And maybe next time I can go out with some a form that says you give please sign this for approval to be on the tablets. Maybe I could do that. I'm not really sure they would actually.
I doubt they would sign it.
More than likely, especially those the OIG people, they were not pleased. Not pleased at all.
No, I could tell they weren't.
No. Not at all. Not at all. Well, and so the execution we're talking about is Moses Mendoza's. And that was on April the 23rd. That's the one that, I've been, since 2011, I've only missed one. And they were shocked that we were allowed to be where we had been all these years. And we had been there all these years. And now all of a sudden they don't want us there. And now we're being removed from the tablets, the protests. So anyway, I guess we know better now. And thank you, Linda. And hopefully we can be a full crew next week.
Yeah, I will be there. Don't worry. This weather was just too bad to even leave.
Yeah, I hear you. Leslie had issues coming down 59. Yeah, the weather was crazy, very crazy.
Yeah.
So stay safe, and I will see you tomorrow.
I will see you tomorrow at Padrone's.
Absolutely. All right. Have a good night.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Hey, Linda. Call back and do your shout-outs.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye. All right. I guess I could have just told her to hold on.
Yeah, we could have held her on, but she done hung up now.
I know.
Yeah, Leslie cut her off.
Hey.
I know.
Hey, let's listen to Dennis Price.
Let's do it.
Linda got a letter from him, and I got a letter from him, so he's actually out there. He got his tablet now, so maybe he'll hear us tonight. Dennis, here you go, buddy. Supposed to be.
And see, yeah.
There it goes.
Cold beer, angry women, it keeps me hanging round. That cold beer, angry women, it's a tasteful Texas crowd. That cold beer, angry women, it keeps me satisfied. That cold beer, angry women, well, Texas proud and wild of life. Well, me and Bobby just the other day went to play us a little pool. We got into it at a hole in the wall. Bobby's acting like a fool. And when them country girls can't get up their skirts, make the pool game hard to play. Well, Bobby jumped up in that mix, just looking up for a lay. Hey, cold beer hard, angry women, it keeps me hanging round. That cold beer hard, angry women, well, it's a tasteful Texas crowd. That cold beer hard, angry women, it keeps me satisfied. That cold beer hard, angry women, well, Texas proud and wild as life. At a Jolly Fox, it's in that prison town. Well, pretty women everywhere, drinking beer and I was shooting crowns. Well, Uncle Joe had some more moonshine and he poured it in our cup. Well, I can't tell you one sure thing, we were all getting tore up. Hey, cold beer hall, angry woman that keeps me hanging round. That cold beer hall, angry woman. Well, it's a tasteful Texas crowd. That cold beer hall, angry woman that keeps me so satisfied. That cold beer hall, angry woman. Well, Texas proud and wild and life. That cold beer hall, angry woman that keeps me satisfied. That cold beer hall, angry woman. Texas proud and wild and life.
You're listening to KPFT Houston. Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Team. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped to represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas, obtain parole, and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. More information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthus, can be found on their website at parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
All right, and we are back. Call for a shout-out for your loved one at 713-526-5738. Option number two. So let's get going. We have Charity.
I would like to send a message to my husband, Adrian Perez, at the Edovo Unit. Today is his birthday. I want to tell him, happy birthday, I love you, and I'll see you soon when you come home.
Well, happy birthday. That's awesome. All right, let's get to John in California. Hi, John.
Hello? How are you? Hey, Danny, this is John Crossway. I'm in prison in California in Sad F. I was the one that wrote to David and told him I can hear you loud and clear in California.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think I got a message from your wife earlier today.
I did. Yeah, she did.
Yay.
Yeah, she's on the line as well.
Yeah, how you doing?
Man, I'm glad I finally got... Oh, man, I'm blessed. We had some guys from Texas here today. Bill Glass came here today.
Oh, I love Bill.
And it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he passed away, but there had some good people come in his name today. It was awesome.
It was always fun whenever they came. Did they bring the tent, or did they just set up like in a bowling alley? You guys got a bowling alley?
No, hell no. It is California.
Well,
California is kind of rough.
But it's not really a bowling alley. What we call a bowling alley.
Monitored and recorded.
Yeah, what we call a bowling alley is just the sidewalk down between the buildings.
Yeah, it basically, they did it right in front of the main tower by the basketball court.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. I mean, they had some ex-pro football players, and it was nice, man. It's a change of events. We're trying to bring more of that here because California is no longer doing the punitive thing. Now they're trying to do the California model, so we're trying to change the environment.
That's cool.
When you've been here as long as me, I've been here 30 years, so I've seen it go from the worst prisons to now they're, I don't want to say good, but decent.
They're better, huh?
A lot better.
Better than they
For
were
the
30
new
years
guys,
ago
man,
anyway.
It's a lot better.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially when we were young and came in with life without parole like me, there wasn't nothing to offer, so a lot of us made a lot of bad choices and took the wrong road.
Yeah. Well, Hank, our old host, he did time out in California. So, yeah, we've heard a lot about California.
Yeah.
Pelican Bay
I'm in
and all kinds of stuff.
resentencing now, so. Oh, yeah, I was in the shoe in Corcoran across the street in Old Corcoran for a while.
How long was you in the shoe?
I appreciate it. I got 19 years in the shoe.
Oh, man, that's no bueno.
Yeah, it was in pieces, but I mean, they were long pieces.
All right.
Unfortunately.
You got anybody you want to make some shout-outs to? You want to say hi to anybody?
Absolutely. I want to shout out to all the youth offenders in California, especially the lifers. Let them know that it isn't as bad as it seems. As long as you continue the positive program and change your life, life doesn't mean life in California anymore. We can actually see light at the end of the tunnel now, and just keep on pushing, man. Keep on signing up for those groups. Keep educating yourself, going to college, and you will get out of here. We appreciate all you guys at the prison show, too. Danny, David, thank you guys a lot.
Thank you, John.
And they haven't took that off our tablets yet.
You still got the executions on there?
Yes, we do.
All right.
And I appreciate you guys for doing that.
Well,
thank you guys a lot. And, man, keep doing the good work that you're doing. You're truly a blessing to us. We appreciate you.
All right, John. Keep in touch.
Thank you.
Oh, I will. I'm going to be writing you soon. Thank you, too, Danny. Thank you.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Yeah. Remember whenever we first went live on the tablets, he sent us a letter and said, "This is California. We hear you loud and clear."
Yeah. And that was awesome that he was able to call us. Appreciate you very much. And now we have Anna
Leonardi. Hey, Anna, can you hear us?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How y'all doing?
We're blessed.
Good, good. It's kind of hard to hear you guys.
Well, I'm sorry. Do you have your radio on? Maybe you need to turn that off?
No.
No?
No.
Well, you are live on the air. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I was just calling because once again, I appreciate you guys for what you're doing. We just found out about this program, had no idea that this existed. We had a good friend of ours that was just recently, executed in Florida, and we just wanted to spread some awareness about that. His name was Edward James, and he was a really good friend of ours, and I just think that there has to be a better solution than the death sentence in this country. It really needs to be abolished, and I think that in America, we've lost touch in a lot of ways, and it needs to be more focused on the family and stuff like that to prevent these things from happening to people. Crimes, getting involved in the wrong situations and the wrong things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You are correct. I'm sorry about your friend.
Well, thank you. But, we were listening, we seen on YouTube, there was, like a memorial visual for the victims and for Edward James, and this took place in Stark, Florida. And so, yeah, it was, I knew the victim also not very well, but like I said, this is like 30 years ago when this happened, and life just, went on. But I just think that the way the judicial system is in this country, it's not going to be able to fix. I think God has to come back as the only way, and I just think things are just it's a business and they make money from it, and I just think it's really inhumane, a lot of things. And a lot of people, like y'all know, have been sent to prison and had received the death penalty that were innocent. And a case in point was the West Memphis 3 case, which happened here in Arkansas back in the early 90s. So anyway, those were 3 innocent teenage guys that went to prison, and they, we're trying to get them exonerated still. They're out of prison now, but they still don't know who committed the crimes. I just think it's a game. I really do.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't agree with you more. And is there anyone that you would like to leave a shout out for?
Well, they're not in prison like in Texas. Will they hear? Is this like nationwide?
It's nationwide now.
Okay. Interesting. So how do the inmates hear this? I don't understand.
It's on they have tablets. Anyone incarcerated that has a Securus tablet can pick us up on Edovo. It's an app.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I had no idea. All right. Yeah, I guess there's somebody in Florida. I know this is crazy. We'd like to say hi to William Postema. If you hear this, we're praying for you.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
This is weird. And to a man named Scott Anderson, who's also in prison in Florida. Yeah, we're praying for them, even though, it's, I don't know, I don't have the words to really say what I want to say, but we pray for them and forgive them,
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you calling.
Likewise.
And we hope that you call again soon.
Yes, I will, and I will try to listen to y'all's show. I spoke to Cowboy Dave earlier today, and he told me that we can listen to it on on YouTube.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, as soon as I get home tonight, I'll put it on YouTube. Right now, we're live on Facebook.
Yes.
So,
oh, wow.
I wanted to refer back to our conversation earlier because the biggest thing I got out of it was I took a class whenever I was incarcerated called Bridges to Life. And what Bridges to Life is about was trying to, we don't realize what the family goes through. And the family a lot of times doesn't have closure. Even though there's the death penalty and the guy gets murdered, there's no closure. They don't have a time to do it. But within Bridges to Life, a lot of times there's a chance where the convict or the incarcerated individual gets a chance to see what the victims actually go through, and there's empathy that's involved. And so it allows you a chance to have closure. It allows you to actually sort through your feelings and see what's really going on. But with the death penalty, the victims can do it, and the incarcerated individuals, they all come together.
Right. And what is the program called again?
Bridges to Life.
Bridges to Life. I have to talk to you another time about that and get y'all's mailing address, if it's okay, sometime in the future.
Our address, I'll text it to you, but it's 226 Chipmunk Trail, Shepherd, Texas. But I'll text it to you.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, it's too fast. I get it.
I just feel America's a really big country. It's a lot of problems, and this goes back to so many years ago. And, I work part-time for the homeless people. I've been through a lot in my life, and I just think people, they truly, I don't know how to explain it, and I don't want to sound preachy or that I'm not judging anybody, but there's not real Christianity anymore. And, there's a lot of judgmental people and hypocrites and all this. And we get really worn down and really tired about it. And they keep drugs and crime in America. It's all a matrix. It's all, and the Bible has to play itself out also. So these things are going to come to pass. I don't think it's going to get any better until Jesus Christ comes back. I could be wrong. Maybe it'll get better for a little while. But drugs and the dysfunction of families, narcissism, abuse, all kinds of stuff. In prisons, it's money making. So they'll say they want to fix it, but they're lying. I'm talking about the higher ups, the people in control. That's who I mean, and They don't focus on the family in America like they do in some other countries like Scotland or Ireland or Iceland or the Scandinavian countries. You don't see much homeless. Everybody gets an education. The mentality, it's the culture. It teaches a lot of violence here and a lot of violence against women and children. And it's just a mentality. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's fixable. So we have to make the best of it. And what y'all are doing is great and all these other groups, but I don't understand why the politicians are not hearing y'all, it seems. This just goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
So I don't understand that part of it. And, I'm not defending crime or nothing like that, but Eddie James was a dear loved one of ours. And he found Christ when he was in prison. So I know he's at peace right now. And so are the victims. So that gives me some comfort. And because I've had to deal with grief, believe it or not, and I knew his family and everything, and I knew the victims, and it was very difficult. and a lot of people turned against me and my family because we went to the prison, we went to the jail to visit Eddie, and we got a lot of slack for that. And, we called a lot of names because they can't understand just because we care and want love the inmate and want them to do better and find Christ, because that's the only way out. There is no other way. That they feel that we don't care about the victims or we like crime. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's what they do. And the family that Eddie James, the victims, whatever, the surviving family, they're still angry. Eddie James was executed March 20th in Rayford, Stark, Florida, and they're still not happy. So that's what I'm saying. They never truly, like we were discussing earlier, Cowboy Dave, they're never satisfied because they never truly forgave him, when he was alive.
Yeah.
It's all vindictive.
Well, Miss Leonardi, we've got some other callers, so we're going to have to move on. So
yes, sir.
Keep tuning in, and I did pass your number off to Abe, so that way he said he'd give you a call back.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for calling in. Call in again sometime.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Oh, that was quick.
That was quick, David.
She hit the button.
Looky here.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just saying. Well, she stood it up on me, y'all.
Yes, she did. I like her.
Did she lace up?
She laced up. Absolutely. Put your dukes up. Yeah. She's
got me in a disadvantage here.
That's the best place.
She's going to snatch a little bit of hair I got on my head off.
All right. Now let's get to Eva Maria.
Good evening, everybody. This is Eva Maria from Germany. I would like to greet my pen friend, Rodolfo, and especially all those who don't get greetings tonight and are on Texas death row and in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice in general. And I would like to say my heartfelt condolences for the death of Moises Mendoza. And I believe it must be a really difficult time for you now. Rodolfo told me about his death. And I would like to sing a song in Spanish in his honor. It's called El Alfarero, or The Potter. And you realize my Spanish is not very good, but I've really tried to practice this song for you, especially for you. In English it goes, Lord, I would like to let myself go, like the clay in the hands of the potter. Take my life and make it new. I would like to be a new vase. And I think Moises will be a new vase in the hands of the Lord now. Señor, yo quiero abandonarme como el barro en las manos del alfarero. Toma mi vida y hazla nueva. Yo quiero ser un vaso nuevo. Señor, yo quiero abandonarme como el barro en las manos del alfarero. Toma mi vida y hazla nueva. Yo quiero ser un vaso nuevo. Good night.
Oh, that was quick. I was expecting her to say something else. All right, let's go to, here's Linda.
Hey, I'm here.
And
All right, I've got it.
I should have just put you on hold when you were on earlier. I didn't think about it. But now you're back.
I'm back. Okay, here we go. Eugene Broxton, Joel White, Stephen Curry, Guy Alexander, Alfred Mitchell, Raymond Becerra, Robert Roberson, Robert Solis, Robert Satterfield, Lucky Ward, Ronald Haskell, Franklin Davis, Micah Brown, Jaime Cole, Blaine Milam, Paul DeVoe, Marcus Drury, Pete Russell, Will Spear, Kerry Allen, Britt Rutkowski, Christopher Turner, Ken Decker, Larry Hatton, Bill Sims, Iron Thunderhorse, David Wood, Walter Sorto, Gregory Allen, Curtis Robertson, Midget Titan, and Paper Cup, and Sugar Pom Pom. How are you tonight, Sugar Pom Pom? Corey at Pulaski, don't get jealous now. You know who I'm talking to. Don't get jealous.
Jealous? You can adopt him now, Linda. I mean,
I can.
You can certainly adopt my little Sugar Pom Pom.
William Owen Sr., Juan Balderas, Paul Story, and Troy Glover. Y'all have a great week, guys, and I'll be on the show next week.
Promises.
Yeah, I'm going to hold you to it.
I'll be there.
Be there, be square.
That's right.
You have to get you a 4-wheel drive.
That's right.
You can, yeah. I was thinking to myself, if she's coming in the Prius, that's going to be.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You would have been blown off the
Prius
road.
is wonderful for gas mileage. I mean, you don't hardly run any gas. It's so cheap.
Yeah, but what about the water and all that stuff? The wind that was blowing.
Oh yeah, I know.
Tornadoes. You'd have been in Oz.
Well, I do have the 4Runner, and it is.
Oh, there you go.
It has one of those. Yeah, it gets me out of the water and stuff.
It's got 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, it's got 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, Dee Dee didn't know it tonight, but I reached down and hit the 4-wheel drive button. We hit a lot of water.
Yeah.
Well, she kept grabbing the old, you know what handle.
I know that handle. I know that handle.
And sucking in all that air. I just reached down and hit the 4-wheel drive. We'll be all right. Yeah. Now Leslie says I should have rode with y'all. She offered to come pick me up. Yeah. It's a nice truck.
It is a nice truck.
But it is very big, especially when I'm in the Prius. It is so gigantic.
David parks next to the little beep beep beep.
Waiting for the 10 clowns to come pull up.
And he always says I park crooked. He said I don't know how to park straight.
Well, whoever I parked to next to tonight, they were crooked. Dee Dee says, "Who's crooked, you or them?" And I looked, and we were straight with the other cars. So I mean, probably. Yeah, you got to turn your mic up. You're talking in the background like Linda does.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, I did my best. My nerves were frazzled. I almost got killed on 59 South because this stupid redneck in a big old truck.
And it wasn't me.
I was fixing to say that. It was probably David.
Y'all came through before me.
My chest was like pounding. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, we came through that same spot, and there must have been 6 cars that were on either side of the road, and one of them right in the middle of the road.
Oh, man.
The police passed us up. Well, I let him pass me up because he was only doing about 55. Got on the freeway with all his lights going, doing 55, and I had to slow down to let him pass me.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, traffic, it's at least 65 on 59.
I was doing 50, and I normally do about 80, 85.
Yeah, but
she does.
What kind of car is that?
I have a Ford Edge.
Yeah,
and it's
we're in a Ram 4x4, so 65, 70. That was about the average. Because we usually do 90.
Yeah, I do 90 once I hit Shepherd.
Yeah. Well, I do 90 once I hit the freeway.
I was about to say, once you get behind the wheel.
That's right.
I got it automatically in the cruise control. I got to just hit resume.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that.
And you're not supposed to drive cruise control when it's raining, David.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how you, I've learned that lesson. I did
Yeah.
a donut, a 360
You
on
did
40
a 360.
on 45 South, yeah.
Because you was on cruise control?
I was on cruise control and I was smoking something that I shouldn't have been smoking. That was back in the day.
Ooh.
Back in the day, that's
Yeah,
right.
Yesterday.
No.
Y'all still funny to me.
You know what? Y'all are
Yeah, we
picking on
got
me.
Caitlin on hold.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. Thanks, Linda.
All right.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
This is a shout out for Bethel Garza in Plunsky. Hey Boo, how are you? I hope that you're in good health, spirits, staying safe, and that there is a smile on your handsome face. As for me, yeah, all is good. Today was a really nice day, and the sun was shining, so yay. It actually sun does shine here sometimes, so it's a bit of a miracle. Tomorrow I'm off, and one of my neighbors is going to have a barbecue. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. At the moment, I'm here with Daytona, and then tomorrow morning, I am going to go up to the Budster and see how the little monster is doing and spend some time with him. Other than that, yeah, everything is good. Please know that you mean the world to me, and that I'm sending you big hugs and kisses, and stay safe. And a big shout out to the guys, Eric, Blaine, Mark, Rudy, and Debo. Hope you all are doing good and you all are staying safe. So good night, sweet dreams, and yeah, bye. And to everybody at the prison show, a big, big thank you for making this happen.
She's awesome. Love her. All right. Now we have Crystal on line 2. Hey, Crystal.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I have some shout-outs to make.
Go ahead.
I'd like to make a shout-out to Coalfield Tommy Cantu from his cousin Crystal. Tommy, keep your head up high. We love you and miss you. And then another shout-out to what's that prison called? Not Ellis Unit, but Errol. I think it's Errol or...
There's Estelle right next to Ellis.
No, not Estelle, but it's that with the A. They're always on lockdown.
Allred?
What was that?
Allred?
Is that with an A?
Yeah, it's Allred.
Adderall or some unit. I don't know.
Allred.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That one. Yes, that one.
That's what I was saying. I guess it was.
It's that accent you got, girlfriend.
Yeah, shout.
Yeah, I would like to make a shout out for my cousin that he's in there. His name is Jeffrey Hernandez. Jeffrey, keep your head up high. I love you with all my heart. Keep your head up high. Stay blessed. And then another one for my loved one, Terry Arnold. He's in the Michael unit. Terry, keep your head up high. I will be seeing you soon. From your girlfriend, Crystal. Love you, Terry. Sweet dreams.
Oh, she left in a hurry. All right. And now we have Jason. Hey, Jason.
Hello, Danny. Hello, Cowboy Dave. Glad to see you're back.
Yeah, can't keep a good man down.
There you go. Well, so for my shout-outs, shout out to my brothers at the Walls unit. I know you guys are on lockdown, and we're definitely got you guys in prayers, and hopefully we can, you guys will be off lockdown back up by the time for our next mentor session here in a couple weeks. Shout out to Corey, my mentee at the Ferguson Unit, the trustee camp. Shout out to the Kairos brothers at the Ellis Unit, and as well to the Toastmasters team at Ellis. I'll be joining you guys for a Toastmaster session here in about a week. So looking forward to sharing Toastmaster expertise, whatever I can, with you guys. Looking forward to that. Shout out to Roderick Jones at the Beto Unit. Hey, brother, I hope that you got my e-message that I did finally get back to you. And a special shout out to all the brothers at the Wainwright Unit, or I still call it East Ham, who are going through the Kairos number 43 weekend this weekend. And I will be attending the closing here this Sunday. So looking forward to participating in that. It's been since COVID since I've been back at the Wainwright East Ham Unit. So look forward to it. All right. So for my mentor moment, I'm going to start with a quote. The quote is this: "Character is like a tree, and reputation like its shadow. The shadow is what we think of it. The tree is the real thing." And that quote is by good old, honest Abraham Lincoln. So basically what this means is your true tree character or deep-rooted, enduring inner being is more important than your shadow public perception or reputation. A shadow represents the fleeting, distorted, and often inaccurate view others have of you. It is what others perceive and judge a person to be, but it may not accurately reflect your true character. It can be shaped by rumors, misinterpretations, or simply an individual's point of view. While the tree symbolizes your inner values, your morals, your character, and your true nature, the foundation upon which their reputation is built. It is the authentic self, the true essence of you that matters most. And a verse, closing with a verse, "But blessed is the man, the person who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. They will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves are always green. It has no worries in a year of drought and never fails to bear fruit." And that's Jeremiah 17, verses 7 through 8. Be blessed, everyone, and I look forward to sharing with you next time. Good night.
Good night, Jason. Have a great weekend.
You too, Danny. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Well, we have Crystal back. Let's get to Crystal. Hey, Crystal. Maybe not.
Yeah, we're not sure what's up. She thought she got cut off, and we thought she was done, so she called back. So I'm not sure what happened there. Crystal, call back if you got more shout-outs.
What'd you do, David? I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's all my fault. It's always my fault.
Well, you're the only man in the building right now, so it's your fault.
Gotta be my fault. Yep, gotta be. Yeah. She's fixing to snatch my hat. Watch out now.
Yeah, she is. She's gonna boom. All right, let's get to Kaliango.
Hello to everyone on the prison show. Hope you're doing well. I want to take this opportunity to thank the Death Row Angels for the beautiful work you're doing. May Almighty God reward you so abundantly. And I want to send my shout out to my brother, Davis Franklin, Lasso Peter Jr., Robinson Roberts, Melissa Lucio, Lid Rodri, Abraham Bonowit, to beautiful Mom Linda, Madame Dani, my brother David, Francis, and Peter. Have a blessed weekend.
And you know, David, did I tell you who I met at the board meeting?
Brian Collier?
Well, yeah, I saw him. Lau.
Brittany?
No, Lau was there with Ashlyn Gaddy.
Yeah, I saw she was there, and I saw where she had taped Beth. What's Beth's last name? Bell?
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Yeah. But anyway, I met Lau. She is a
Really awesome lady, huh?
a beautiful soul inside and out. So, well, Crystal's back. Let's get to Crystal before
we drop her again.
And David drops her again. Hey, Crystal.
Hey, I was talking to myself. I was like, what happened? I was just doing the shadows, and I was like, boop, call drop. I was like, okay, yeah, so I'd like to make a shout out to the Coastal Unit, Tommy Cantu, we love you, we miss you. And then another shout out to the Herald Unit, I guess. That's what it's called, Herald or Unit, to my cousin Jeffrey. Hernandez, we love you, we miss you. And then one other big shout out to the Michael Unit, Terry Arnold. I love you and I miss you. I can't wait for you to come home soon. From his girlfriend Crystal from Hondo, Texas. Stay blessed.
All right. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for calling back.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
I was on Hondo for quite a while. The Hondo Unit.
That's where they had those funky bugs, right?
Yeah, they had they're some kind of rhino beetle or something. You put them in a styrofoam cup and think you trapped them, and they regurgitated some kind of chemical, and it would eat the styrofoam like gasoline. Whenever we went to bed, we'd take and make like a banana out of our sheet and just wrap ourselves up so tight that the bugs couldn't get in there because they would burn you.
Ew.
But they had scorpions and all kinds of neat stuff. And the weirdest thing about it is whenever I first got on the unit, they put me in a bunk in the dorm that my brother-in-law used to be in, and my brother-in-law had passed away. He went down to John Seeley and died, and they put me in his bunk. And you talk about weird.
Yeah, that's weird. All right, let's get to Lau.
Hi guys, this is Lau, and I am a family and inmate liaison with Voices for Texas Prisoners. The message I have for you today is this. To every man and woman listening right now behind bars, I want you to stop what you're doing for just a moment and listen with your heart. You are not forgotten. You are not discarded. You are not beyond redemption. I want you to hear this loud and clear. God still loves you. He sees you right where you are, in that cell, in that dorm, in that lonely moment. He sees the tears you cry when no one's watching, the pain you carry, and the regrets you wish you could erase. But I am here to remind you today that God specializes in broken places. He has a way of taking the mess and turning it into a message, taking the pain and turn it into a purpose. The Bible says, he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion unto the day of Jesus Christ. That means even now, even in there, the work is still happening. You're still under construction and God isn't finished with you yet. Don't give up. Don't let the walls around you stop the word of God from working within you. You still have a calling. You still have value. You still have a future. Let this be your reminder today. Your past does not cancel your purpose. And what man calls a prison, God can use it as a platform. So lift your head, child of God. You are loved. You are chosen. And you are never, ever alone. I am praying for you. We believe in you. And most of all, God is not done with your story. So hold on, because your breakthrough is coming. Love you guys.
She is awesome, beautiful soul. All right, I think Leslie.
Okay, I want to shout out to my sugar pom pom on 4 building. I think F pod. I don't even know the incentive pod, and I just wanted to tell you that I love you. Also, I wanted to shout out to the Styles Unit. Hold it down, 10 toes down.
I never have figured out what about the 10 toes up? If you got down, you got to have up, right?
Oh yeah.
Sure, David.
Yeah, sure. I just had a visual.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
And Curtis, what's up, Curtis? And I want to shout out to my sugar pom pom Sally. What's up, Sally? Oh, and I got a joke. So, what do you call a cow with no legs? Dun 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 dun. Ground beef. Anyways,
Oh my
that's
God.
Dun, dun. I was going to say it doesn't matter. He ain't coming to you anyway.
Oh my goodness. I just wanted to say that. Anyways, I love you, my sugar pom pom. Bye.
All right. We have a Skyla on line 1. Hi, Skyla.
Hi. Shout out to you guys. I feel stingy calling in because I do have a show with everyone, but I don't get to go live. So I just wanted to give a live shout out to all the guys on all the units that are tuned in and really acknowledge you guys for the work that you do because I really have a lot of respect for you. And I've been watching you online on Facebook, and I just thought I would go ahead and call in and give all the guys a shout out. Positive vibes and love to all of them.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
I thought a little bird told me you was fixing to start going live.
Little Bird might be right.
Woohoo! You go, girl.
I know. Super exciting.
Yeah.
Thank you for the support.
But you're welcome to call in any time. They were laughing at me whenever I
Okay.
first come in because I was in here dancing the best I can with a broken ankle. I was jamming.
Was it on video? I didn't see it.
No, it wasn't on video. I'm
We
working the
went
board.
viral.
I'm working the board,
We went
and
viral.
I need a camera person. We have 3 cameras that we normally use, but since our camera person, I don't know what, they got a job or something, so they couldn't volunteer anymore. So we can't use all 3 of our cameras. So we've been putting out there for a volunteer, but I mean, they want to make as much as we do, and I mean, we make 0. So I mean, they're welcome to.
I was getting ready to say,
Yeah.
you guys make the big bucks. Sign
They're
me
welcome
up.
to have. I'll give them half of my pay. So if you know anybody that wants to volunteer, I mean, I'll do my best to help them, and they can watch videos. We just use iPads, so they need to be familiar with kind of Switcher Studio, which just puts 2 or 3 iPads together.
Okay, I'll put it out there.
Thank you so much, Skyla.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Call
Thanks
us
for
back
letting me
next
call
week.
in. Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right. Now we have. Oh, y'all hung. Oh, who hung up?
I did.
Let's get to the little Luz
Maria.
Luz Maria.
Hello, this is Luz Maria Crossway. You literally guys just talked to my husband. I just wanted to tell him, baby, I love you. I'm proud of you, and you're super awesome. Mwah, tamo chingo chingo. Thank y'all. Have a good night.
That was cute. That was cute.
I'm not sure we're supposed to have that word on there, but okay.
I don't.
You don't know what I meant, so I didn't say nothing.
Yeah,
It's okay.
it just sounded cute. Okay, now I guess it's not cute. And now we have Mike, mysterious Mike.
Hello, this is Mysterious Mike doing his shout-outs for the prison show. Here's my shout-outs. The guys of Texas, Guy Alexander, Jamie Cuppett, Stephen Russell, Stephen McGee. Shout-out for Philip Perez. Shout-out for Matt Thomas, Edward Ruiz, Adam Wilkerson. Shout-out for Oz. Tasha wants me to do a shout-out for Payday. Shout out for Keith Money, Hoss, Aaron Vasquez. Shout out for Curtis Robertson. Shout out for Blaine Milam. Shout out for Bill R. Sims. Shout out for Raymond Lee Cart. And a special shout out to Clarence Lee Bowman. Hopefully you're doing much better. And also to wish everybody happy Buddha's birthday. Buddha's birthday is on Monday. And happy Cinco de Mayo. And you can continue to write to Mysterious Mike in care of David Collingsworth. And now back to the prison show. Adios.
You know, it is Cinco de Mayo on Monday. I was talking about May the 4th be with you, but it is.
That's Sunday.
Yeah, that is Sunday, but I didn't.
For Cinco de Mayo this year, I get a cast.
Oh, that is so special.
Yeah, I got an appointment to go get a cast. It's got to be less painful than a splint, I'll tell you what.
All right, I'm going to do my shout-outs real quick. Special shout-out goes to Brian Rogers. Thank you so much for the letter, and I will respond. Another special shout-out to Stephen Drayton. And yeah, I'll get with you really quick. I swear I'm going to get with you. Farron, of course, my best friend, one of my best friends. David Davis. Larry at the Huntsville Unit. Big Head, of course. T. Taylor Parker. Robert Solis. Britt. Blaney. Rodrigo, Leroy, Joel White, Jay at the Win Unit, Sean Glatz, Travis Fletcher, Eddie at the Wainwright Unit, and of course, Midget Titan and Paper Cup and CJ. I also have a lot of letters that David gave me, so be on the lookout for my response. Now let's get to Neo-Pagan Ministries.
At Neo-Pagan Ministries, we believe that every soul, no matter where they are, deserves the chance to walk their spiritual path with dignity. We support our incarcerated pagan brothers and sisters by offering free spiritual correspondence, ritual resources, and guidance rooted in Wicca, Druidry, Heathery, and other neo-pagan traditions. We also work directly with chaplaincy departments, providing accurate, respectful information to help shape fair and informed policies for pagan practice behind bars. If you're a chaplain, a loved one, or an incarcerated seeker, know that we're here to walk beside you. Visit neopaganministries.net to learn more, or write us at Neo-Pagan Ministries, P.O. Box 906, Deer Park, Texas 77536. May your spirit be steady, your path be clear, and your heart find peace. So mote it be.
Peace be unto you. Isn't that pretty cool?
That is cool.
The way they did that. They've been trying to get in the chaplain department, and I want to say I hooked him up with Jason, but he actually volunteered to come in and do cameras next week, so they're in the Houston area. So.
And it's important because we know quite a few.
Yeah, there's a lot of people down there that they don't have access to pagan ministries, so they want to be there for them, and that's a great thing.
All right, now we have Stacy.
This is to my husband, Sporty Black at Wainwright Unit. Hey, baby love, how's the day been for you? This is our tuck-in or our Friday night blues chaser, because, boo, my phone has been out, and I'm not sure if you'll get through tonight. Yeah, Mom's is having issues with hers as well. About an hour plus on the Mom's phone calling the repairs. We have an appointment Monday sometime, so we'll see. It's a cloudy day here, and the forecast is severe weather all weekend. The girls are behaving. Ooh, I got the tees on, the VP, Contact, and Blue Sky today. Yeah, I'll make some memes out of them over the weekend. Baby, it's that time. Remain healthy and safe. Oh, and boo, my bicep has been killing me. Yeah, it's aching from that shot I got. But I'm good. I'm okay. Baby, you got me. I love you so deeply, Sporty. Mwah. Take care of my heart. Mwah. Love you.
Okay, let's get Travis.
The time is now 3:54 p.m. April 28th, 2025. Audio. I want to give a big shout out to the prison show. Cowboy Dave, I just want to let you know, my brother, I thank you so much for this platform. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be heard. To Mama Linda, I love you. God bless your beautiful self. Hey, Danny, I'm not picking on you. When I say, hey, boo, I only say it because I know it brings a smile to your face. I know you like it. I want to also say shout out to all the callers. Shout out to Caitlin. Caitlin, I ain't stealing your swag, but hashtag, hey, boo. Shout out to Collingsworth, my brother. I love hearing the crickets in the background when you call way from Uganda. Shout out to you. Shout out to Franz, my brother. Franz Dow, my friend. I thank you so much for your love, your support, and all the pictures. Coco, I see you. Thank you so much for the shout outs. Mama Gloria, I don't know why you're doing me like this, but shout out to you too. And a big shout out to Miss Megan Sanger, Brandon, and Nathan from the Post-Conviction Relief Associates. Thank y'all so much for taking the chance on me, taking the chance on my case, and just taking the chance on the fight for freedom and justice. Thank y'all so much. Shout out to everybody that's incarcerated throughout the nation. I'm praying for y'all. I know how it feels. I've been incarcerated since the age of 15. I am now 37 years old. So I've been incarcerated for over 20 years. And I just want to let y'all know I feel y'all. I feel y'all struggle. I feel y'all pain. I feel everything. I love y'all. Stay strong. Stay safe. Keep y'all heads up. To the men, to the women, everybody. I love y'all. Stay tuned in to the prison show. And to all the supporters, Marci Marie, thank you. I'm still trying to reach out to Carrie Blakinger. Shout out to you. Shout out to Lioness. Shout out to everybody. Just shout out to everybody. I love everybody so much. Hashtag I am the truth. Hashtag I cry for humanity. Hashtag free Travis Fletcher. Hashtag I love the prison show. God bless.
He's awesome. He's awesome. All right, let's get to Captain Tom.
Oh, y'all been busy tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, we've been business is good.
Oh, David, you up there?
I'm here. Just getting ready to close it down.
Man, how you feeling?
Man, my leg hurts. I got it sitting up on a fishing, I guess you call it a stool. One of them little, I don't know, the things that fold out. You know, we used to always go fishing on them when we were kids.
Oh, you got a walker, huh?
No, it's a fishing. I got my leg up on a fishing stool. I've been riding a scooter, but right now I'm working the board, and I got my leg up underneath the board, up on the fishing chair.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, I'm glad you made it up there, brother.
Yeah, Dee Dee helped me.
All right, well, let me do my shout-outs real quick, because I know y'all fixed to close out.
Yep.
Sorry I called in late, but I just woke up from a nap, so. Anyway, go shout-outs to all my incarcerated veterans, my homeless veterans. Special shout-out to John M. Armstrong. Hopefully you're going to get paroled soon, brother. And a few other brothers out there that are incarcerated veterans. I understand your parole's coming up too, so hope you guys make it through. All right, you can donate to KPFT by going to kpft.org or call 713-526-5738. or text the word GIVE to 713-526-5738. And also, you can call 713-526-5738 and push option number 1 and option number 2 for the studio so you can do your shout-outs on the Prison Show. I'm Captain Tom. Be live next week right here at KPFT. Good night, y'all.
Night, Tom.
Good night. All right, now we have Freddie. Hey, Freddie. Hey, Freddie.
Guess we lost Freddie. He's probably working and had to stop and couldn't hold that long. He's been on hold about 7 minutes. Well, it's been a good show. I got a few shout-outs I think I can probably go through. I really want to say thank you to Rodolfo Medrano. You know, I looked at your card, and everybody signed the card, Danny. You're going to have to look at it. I mean, they passed this sucker around, and everybody signed it.
Aww.
So, yeah, it really touched my heart. I was sitting here trying to read all of them, and I couldn't have time to read all of them. So thanks, guys. There's no way I can name everybody. Blaine, Will Spear, Rodrigo, Ronald Hamilton, everybody. I mean, it's just they passed it around.
He put Rodrigo?
Yes, he
oh,
put
my
Rodrigo.
God. That's funny.
All right. So thank you so much. Let's see. You got Trinity Morton, James Tad Wheeler, Alva McGrath, of course, Travis Fletcher. Can't forget Travis.
Of course not.
Cody Lloyd, Johnny Flores, Gilbert Tapia, Jeremy Barros, Brian Gunter, Emmanuel Pope, Brian Day. We got Daryl Adkins, Ronald Allman, Zachariah Areola, Corey Brumfield, Daniel Campbell, Tiffany Cheeks, Stanley Corbett, Rodolfo Correa, Stephen Drayton, and Stephen, I gave Danny your love letter. Rashad Edie. That's funny. Couldn't help myself.
I know, yeah, no.
Daniel Farrell, Michael Flores, Roy Forbes, Victor Gamble, John Graves, Curtis Henderson, Maury Holloway, Matthew Hoover, Larry Johnson, Michael Johnson, and the list goes on. Daniel Lipscomb, Richard Little, Victor Loya, James McElraith, Akeem McIver, Erlen McKay, Charles Miller, Joseph Nimitz, Curtis Otto, Maria Pena, Jaime Quijano Jr., Jaron Reasonover, Lionel Rogers, David Saffel, Lamar Sanders, Tyler Shipp, Richard Smeal, Brian Smith, Mark Sykes, John Thomas, and I think there's one more page here. We got Kyle Triplett, Hiram Tyson, Travis Walters, David Weller, Walter Woodard, and Montana Ruckman. Guys, if I missed your name this week, I apologize. We hollered out to Dennis Price earlier, and Bill Sims, you know we love you, brother.
I don't.
We're going to pole dance on the way out the door, though. So, hope everybody has a great night. We love you, and we appreciate you tuning in.
Have a great weekend.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you at visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak. And Bill is loving high school. He's out there blocking for JV. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you give released. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for boys, they know it's prison radio. It's prison radio. From Paris to Polanski, bonjour, d'amour. my dreams, I can see your freedom. I will hold you once more. The men with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember, David's always gonna be here. You're never so alone. This thing's my love. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. Prison radio.